Hi, I'm Shane.
And I'm Carolyn.
We're from Matrix Personalized Fitness. In this video, in our Foundations of Fitness series, we're going to be talking about the chest, the back, and how we use those muscles in pushing and pulling. We're also going to be adding in the biceps and the triceps. When we're talking about the chest and the back, we're talking about pushing and pulling in the horizontal plane. To show you how to do this, we're first going to learn how to squeeze and connect to the muscles. We're going to feel what it's like to actually squeeze versus to stretch, and then we're going to move into some functional exercises where we use those muscles. So the first one is going to be our chest. The name of the muscle is the pec. The pec itself runs from just inside the armpit all the way across into the center of your chest. So if we're going to stretch this muscle, we're going to open up the arm nice and wide, so reach back. Can you feel the stretch you're getting there?
Yep.
Awesome. Now what I want you to do is just kind of roll the arm in and try to bring the arm around and across right to the center of your sternum. So you're really feeling even further across. You get a nice squeeze. Can you feel that squeeze in through here? That's an isometric contraction that we're creating. Go ahead and open up and stretch again. And we'll try the same thing on the other side. So feel your left arm go out wide to the side, creating the stretch from here to here, a little different. Then roll the bicep in and start to come across the body so you can feel the squeeze in the upper portion here. Now what you can actually do is use your own hand on this one to kind of touch the muscle itself. And notice if there's a spot that feels a little bit softer than another, you can try to squeeze it tighter. And this is how we learn to use our muscles more efficiently, to actually create the contractions where we might be lacking it. So did you feel any spot tighten up when you did that?
Yeah, if I move around, I can feel all different spots.
Awesome. So that's your chest muscle, okay? Could you tell the difference between a stretch sensation and a squeeze sensation?
Oh yeah.
They should be very different. So as we're moving into the actual exercises, you want to make sure that when you're opening up the chest, you're feeling more of a stretch, and when you're pushing through, you're feeling the squeeze, and that's going to help you tell what you're doing in other muscles as well.
Cool.
So the exercise we're going to do here is a push-up on the TRX. So what I'm going to have you do is bring your hands right into the center. So now again, chest does pushing exercises, so a push-up is exactly that. As you start to lower your body forward and the elbows bend and the chest stretches, you feel that stretching sensation?
I do.
Now the main focus is when you're pushing back, you really want to squeeze the chest itself. So start to bring the arms towards each other and create the contraction right across the chest. Feeling that?
Mm-hmm.
One more time, coming forward. And then pushing back, feeling the squeeze. Awesome.
Yeah.
Did you feel any other muscles working while you were doing it?
I feel my back muscles starting to work a little bit.
Yeah.
And the outsides of my arm.
Yeah, so you might be getting some sensations through the shoulders, through the back.
On
All
the
those,
shoulder a little bit.
yeah, all those muscles are working. They're helping stabilize, they're helping you do some of the movements, but the focus of the exercise should be the chest. So that's where you want to put your brain power and where you want to really put your effort. Okay? So now the opposite part of the body to the chest is going to be the back, which the muscle we're working on more specifically in this one is rhomboids. Okay? Now the rhomboids are a muscle that runs diagonally from the edge of your shoulder blade right up and into the spine. So when we stretch this one, go ahead and bring your arm across the front of your body and let the shoulder blade drop down a little bit. Do you feel kind of a stretch back through here?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. That's the stretch. Now from here, go ahead and take your arm out to the side. Think about pulling your shoulder blade into the spine and just a little tiny bit up. Do you feel the squeeze right in here between the spine and the shoulder blade?
Absolutely.
Do you feel much up here in your trap? If you do, that just means you got the shoulder blade a little bit too high.
Okay.
Okay, but we want to try and isolate right in through here.
Okay.
Then go ahead and stretch out again. This one's harder for you to palpate on your own, but as a personal trainer, I can help her get a little bit more sensation out of it. You can relax that arm, and we'll move to the other side. So go ahead, arm comes across, feel the stretch.
Mm-hmm.
And now as you bring the arm out wide to the side, it doesn't matter what you actually do with the arm, it's really about the shoulder blade, pulling it in tight to the spine, a little bit up. And as I feel in through here, do you feel my finger here?
Mm-hmm.
And here, can you try and bring those closer together? Feel that bigger squeeze?
Yeah.
That's what we're shooting for, really getting the back musculature. Cool, so now the back muscles, the rhomboids, are used for horizontal pulling. So a simple exercise for that is called a row. So go ahead and take this band here. Just come into a nice, stable squat position. As you're going to pull the band backwards, what I first want you to do is think about engaging the shoulder blade, finding the squeeze. Then bend your elbow and pull it back behind you, and you'll be able to squeeze even tighter. Go ahead and release the band forward. And again, bending the elbow, pulling the shoulder blade back, and squeezing tight through the back. Cool, can you feel the work right back there?
Oh boy.
Were there any other places that you were feeling it?
A little bit probably in the front.
A little bit through the front, makes a lot of sense. So Perfect segue, moving into what's up next is the biceps and the triceps. So the biceps and the triceps are secondary movers for pushing and pulling. The bicep is the muscle on the front of the body that Carolyn just felt squeezing during her rows. Its main action is bending the elbow. So what we're going to do here is, again, go through a stretch squeeze sequence. Go ahead and pull the arm back, feeling the stretch right from your shoulder all the way back down into the elbow. Do you feel that?
Yeah.
Now as you start to come forward, bend at the elbow and just make a muscle. Squeeze as tight as you can. Perfect. From there, you can also get a little bit more because the bicep will help pull the arm forward. Do you feel that tighten up a little bit more?
Yes.
Awesome. So that's the squeeze for the bicep. Go ahead and relax that, and we'll do its pair, the tricep. It's on the back of the muscle. Because they're paired, the actions are pretty much the exact opposite. The stretch is going to be bending the elbow and lifting the arm up overhead. That's really going to lengthen the tricep muscle. And now from here, she's going to take it down, start to extend it once. Feel a little squeeze back through here?
A little, yeah.
The arm also helps pull back, so do you feel that squeeze intensify as you move backwards?
Yeah.
Perfect. So that's getting a nice strong squeeze back here through the... Can you tighten up a little bit more? Right? There you go. Nice. There's always more. There's always more squeeze available. And relax. Cool. So in recap, horizontal movements. Pushing is your chest. Secondarily, it's the tricep. Pulling is your back muscles, your rhomboids. And secondarily, it's the biceps. You might always feel different muscles acting, but the most important part is that you're putting your brain power into squeezing the proper ones when you're doing an exercise so you can get the most from those exercises.